and this is 3 at 3. 3 at 3 every business day at 3 p.m. I bring you unusual option activity. And today we've got it in spades, my friends. So let's get right to it, shall we? It is Friday, the 8th of January, a momentous week for the markets. Certainly a lot of shenanigans in Washington, as well as, of course, some fantastic performance from a number of stocks. So we're going to get to that. But first, our disclaimer, lawyers always make me do it. This is for educational and informational purposes only, and that you need to understand that all investments involve risk, full stop. Intellectual property rights, yes. What you're about to see is our intellectual property, which we are happy to share with you. But if you would like to share it with somebody, then we're going to ask that you please ask us first. And then, assuming that we do indeed grant you that permission, which in all likelihood we would, we ask that you please shoot that out to our team, and then we will grant you permission. Thank you. Unusual option activity. Well, how about this one? EEM from the middle of December, the 15th of December, as you see on the far left of that screen. EEM, bullish call buying with the index at $50. 74,000. That's 7.4 million share equivalent. Were bought for 92 cents. So how did that do in the meantime? Now they did that, and they sold out of, they sold some February double nickel, 55 calls against it, thus creating a $3 call spread. Between 52, they can own it. Between above 55, they're out because they've given somebody else the right to take it from them. And look at that, in the exact same quantity. That's how you know it's a spread, right? There is where it's gone, pretty much gone to $3, hasn't it? Imagine that. So they paid 92 cents. They collected 23. Give or take, it's a 70-cent spread that's going to be pretty darn close to $3. Put another way, since each option is for 100 shares of stock, a $70 investment is now nearly $300. Bang! That's why we trade options, folks. Taking a look at another, Tesla. Well, just 2 days ago, the 6th, we had Tesla at $750 a share, and we said, hey, they are buying a lot of calls, 40,000 of the January 8th 800 calls. So for the stock to run from 750 to 800, well, that's a little bit of a reach, but as you see there, people were betting between $150 and $400 a piece for each and every one of those options that they bought. Now that's pretty interesting. And I would say that if you're following a trade like this, you're rooting for something to happen like that pretty dang fast. And did it? You tell me. Stock's $870 right now. Bang! So, something that was trading for, let's say you paid $4. Let's say that you were late to the party and you only heard me talk about it on 3 at 3, and you bought these calls for $4. Okay, $400. How much are they worth today? Well, they're worth $70. Throw 2 zeros at the end of it, $7,000. So you turned a $400 investment per option into $7,000. That, my friends, is why we trade options. That will bring you back for more. Don't know why people want to bet against Elon Musk. Not saying that, oh, my model is so much better than everybody else's that I know it's going to 800 and I know it's going to 900 and 1,000 and so forth. I do know, however, that the man is a genius and he has pushed his people to produce a car that people are absolutely fanatical about, and a stock that people are fanatical about, and others choose to keep shorting it. And I think it's been very painful for those who decide to short the stock. If you'd like to learn more about how to trade options effectively, how to trade cryptocurrencies effectively, how to trade futures as well, you should go on over to marketrebellion.com/get started, because we can show you how. We have remote learning where we can show you exactly how you can put on one-to-one call spreads, how you can do ratio call spreads, how you can do calendar spreads, how you can do iron butterflies, iron condors, any of that stuff from beginning all the way through to advanced. All you got to do is go over to marketrebellion.com/get started to learn more. Here's my brother Pete talking about MGM Resorts. Stock was 3160-ish when he was doing that. And of course, MGM calls. Pete's talking about holding these about 3 weeks. There is a graph of MGM. As you see, it came down, so it's perhaps your opinion, not mine. This could be an interesting entry point, as you see a couple of the recent areas where it has found some support. I like it. I joined Pete in this trade. Second, let's take a look at VALE. VALE, infrastructure play extraordinaire. VALE and Freeport and Cliffs and Cemex, these are all great infrastructure plays. Letter X, U.S. Steel, Mittal, any of these would be great infrastructure plays. Pete owns calls that he intends to hold for about a month in VALE. And that's where the stock is right now. You see, that's a day chart. So basically right in the middle of the range for the day. It's trading at about $18.71. Bang! Voyager, I keep bringing this one up because so many of you keep asking me about it. Yes, Pete and I are significant shareholders in Voyager. We think it's a great platform. We think it's also a great app. So if you're somebody who would like to use an app to trade crypto, an app for chat and so forth, you certainly should consider this one. It's in the App Store if you've got an Apple device. It's in the Google Play Store if you've got an Android device. Voyager has shot up along with cryptocurrencies themselves, and they will pay you up to 9.5% over at Voyager interest on your Bitcoin, 50 plus digital assets, commission-free trading. What's not to like? Voyager, you can just type it into the App Store or Google Play. 3 at 3, yeah, let's get to it. Some questions. I am at Jon Najarian. That's JONNAJARIAN, if you happen to be listening on Sirius Satellite Radio, and at 3 at 3 _UOA. Let's do it. All right, first one. Who? This is coming to us from Sunny 505 ABQ. That's SUNNY 505 ABQ. And he asks, or she, who were your mentors? And when you and Pete started trading back in the last century. Yeah, I get it. We're old. But seriously, who did you gentlemen look up to and learn the most from? Learned an awful lot from a good friend of mine, Tom Howe. I think everybody needs a mentor or a coach. That's why we offer those services at Market Rebellion, because I think rather than spending the money and perhaps losing the money, through trial and error, I think it's much better to learn and to have somebody watching and be able to say, you're doing that wrong, do this. I think that's very valuable. So I had several mentors. Tom Howe was one of them. He certainly helped me along the way. And the rest of it was basically down there in the pits fighting, for a teeny, which is a 16th of a dollar, which is $6.25, since every option is for 100 shares of stock, as you know. And when you're fighting for every teeny, you're going to learn fast. But when you guys are trading, since you're not market making, you need to be able to quantify your risk when you enter. You need some education, and you probably need a mentor or a coach. So thank you for bringing that up, Sonny. Clove, C-L-O-V. What is your opinion of Clove that went public today? With Blue Wave and Biden moving Medicare age to 60 from 65, Clover, being a data-driven tech company in the Medicare space, partnered with Walmart. Yeah, and as much as I'm not dismissing what you're saying about Biden, but he hasn't made that move yet, he may make such a move, moving down the Medicare age to 60 from 65. The more people that are covered, the better. But the big news of the day really is Walmart, not what Biden might do, because, quite frankly, Joe Manchin came out, has already said that he doesn't really support a massive new stimulus bill. That kind of is a fly in the ointment for people that thought that maybe this whole thing would just sail through because they have with the vice president casting her vote, Democrats would have a 51 to 50 majority because she is the tiebreaker, Kamala Harris, of course. But if Joe Manchin's not voting with the Democrats in that 50, all of a sudden the tiebreaker is not called for. So then we've got a 51-49 vote. Now, there'll be negotiation, I'm sure, but I think it has more to do with Walmart. So thank you for asking. And that's coming to us from @_KANER_. So that's @Canner. And thank you for the question, sir or ma'am. China, let's get to it. Armitage, which is real estate, let me see, REALESTARMITAGE, real Armitage. Where you guys get your Twitter handles from, I don't know, but thank you for the question anyway. Let's see. What's your take on Chinese company options and potential moves based on non-event like being delisted? Well, it's not really a non-event. There are some companies that are going to be delisted. That's the first thing I'd say. Second, I always think options help us define our risk and are less risky than owning the stock. Less risky than shorting the stock, if you want to talk about puts. So that's how I prefer to trade, as you know. In some cases, I do own long-term holdings in stocks, primarily right now, although it's not limited to Apple, Target, Tesla, Facebook, Walmart, and I think Amazon, but not limited to that. You can check my disclosures on cnbc.com for more. But I obviously trade a lot more options than I trade stock, because I think I just rattled off like 7 stocks, and I have probably 30 or 40 options on stocks in my portfolio. So my take on Chinese companies and potential moves based on non-events like being delisted, I fade those delisting unless that's really coming down hard from a regulator rather than just a tweet. And that's one thing I'm sure that we won't be seeing quite as much of under a Biden presidency, and that is tweeting. So thank you for the question. GLD, Gerald Kirwan, which is Dr. or Dr. JERALKIRWAN, replies to me @3 as well and says, how do you feel about GLD? I still like it. As you've seen, we've traded back towards 2000 after dipping to, what was that, 1793 or whatever the low was just a month ago. I still think it goes higher. I do not think that it gets the luster back that it had when it was beating the crap out of Bitcoin for years and years. I think Bitcoin is the new gold, black gold, digital gold. But anyway, black gold, I guess, is crude oil. But anyway, I like it, and I still hold gold in my portfolio, although it's down now to just 2%, whereas Bitcoin is up over 11%. Well, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I'll talk about that with you later. Let's do the king. Elvis scarf from his 74th show in Omaha. Wow, that thing has to be somewhat valuable. Chris Vincentini says, hey, my cousin caught this at a concert. I bought it from her, and I think 1995 for $50. One of the best shows was here in Omaha. They recorded it, and one from Indianapolis, I believe. It was never fully released for obvious reasons. Well, love the king. Love that you have a bit of memorabilia from the king. You're one up on me, my friend, although I've had people offer me his watch and sunglasses on various auction sites, but I have not bought either. So, Chris, you got one up on me. And Elvis has left the building. Thank you, Chris, for that. I appreciate all of you. I hope all of you have a safe and happy weekend, and I look forward to joining you back here again next week. So please, if you're thinking about it, tell a friend about 3 at 3. Check out our YouTube channel. You can go there, youtube.com, and then once you're in, just in the search bar on YouTube, type Market Rebellion, and our Market Rebellion subscription site will come up. It is free, but that way you'll always know when we've got fresh content, because we stream it out to YouTube, we put it on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter. You'll get it right away, and we appreciate the support. Thank you very much, folks. I hope you have a great weekend. See you soon.